the application procedure, our programs. So first of all, can you all hear me? And can you all see my screen I'm sharing with you? On our campus in Bad Honnef, we are offering all of our programs, our bachelor programs, our master programs, our MBA program, pathway program, everything's offered there. The campus is located in Bad Honnef. It's a small town in the western part of Germany. It's close to the cities Bonn, which used to be the capital, as well as Cologne. In September 2015, we've opened a second campus. It's our capital campus in Berlin. It's located right in the center of the city in the district Berlin Mitte. It's Berlin Center, directly located at the river. And in Berlin, we do not offer bachelor and pathway programs. We are only offering master programs there. I will show you some pictures of the campuses later on, so you will see that there's quite a difference. The older campus in Bad Honnef is more arranged like an American campus with a park in the middle, accommodation on site, all departments on site, a library on site, gastronomic facilities. The campus in Berlin is a bit differently. We do not offer on-campus accommodation or gastronomic facilities, but as I've said, it's right in the center of our German capital. So, when students are asking you about studying abroad, you do not just sell or advise them to go to a certain university. You are also they're also very keen on knowing why a country is a great study location. So why study in Germany? So first of all, Germany is the #1 economy in Europe. So coming here, that means for them that they have access to the strongest economy in Europe and the 4th strongest economy in the world. We have record employment figures, many open job vacancies. Currently there are around 500 open job positions here. So when they're coming here, they have access to a strong economy and a really great job market here. Secondly, Germany is a benchmark for education. That means getting a degree from a German university is highly appreciated in all over the world. If you are having if a student has a degree from or made in Germany, so to say, it's recognized all over the world because we have a very high level educational wise here. A third reason to come to Germany, I already implied it, is the job opportunities here. We are a strong economy, but besides that, there's a demographic shift happening here. That means the population in Germany is aging, the people are not getting enough children. Then this leads to a loss of workforce of 3% a year. That's why the German government needs or welcomes internationals here, and they make it very easy for them to come here to find a job and stay. So first of all, once a student is here on campus, they are allowed to work part-time. They are allowed to work up to 20 hours a week. Once they graduate from IUBH, they have the chance to stay here for 18 months to look for a job. It's a so-called 1.5-year stay-back option. This, I think, 1.5 years give them enough time to find a suitable position. Once they find a job, they can either apply for a German residence permit or the EU Blue Card. And if they have a suitable job here, they can later on apply for a permanent residency and stay here. A fourth reason to come here is German is the #4 language in the world for economic impact, and students do learn German while they're studying at IUBH. It's not necessary for their admission, but every student will be getting free German classes once they are on campus. This graph will show you the things I already told you about the strong economy here. What you are also seeing is that we are a very export-oriented economy, and what's also an important factor is that the unemployment rates for graduates is very, very low in Germany in comparison to other countries. That means only 2.5% of the graduates, of the university graduates in Germany, do not find a job. That makes 97.5% of the graduates in Germany, they do find a job here. I think that's a very high number. When it comes to IUBH University, IUBH University is the #1 private university in Germany. And why are we a special university? So we guarantee individual care. That means, first of all, we are very keen on doing a very quick application process. So in general, once you submit an application, you will get a feedback within 2 days. Of course, if in the high season, it can take a bit longer, but we are always try to do our best and try to assess everything as quick as possible. Secondly, the class size is very small, so there are never more than 30 students in a course. That means if a class has more than 30 students, we will be splitting up the course, because for us it's very important that the students are getting the individual attention of the professors. The professors do know the name of the students know the professors. The professors can help the students. This is something which is not usual for public universities, where students often are just a number. They will be doing a lot of project work in small groups. This allows an individual monitoring. We also take care that the students get an accommodation on campus. We guarantee on-campus accommodation if a student applies on time. I will also show you pictures of the accommodation later on. What we are also doing is we are providing a visa preparation service. That means, as part of our admission process, we will be doing a visa preparation session with our students as well. I'm sure you're supporting your students with that as well, but we are also doing a short session with it, and in the past we have been very successful. We have a visa success rate of above 94% in the last intakes. What's also a unique selling point of IUBH is the practicality. There's a very strong practical focus here at IUBH. We make sure this practicality by hiring professors who have an extensive experience in their field. In order to be a professor at IUBH, they have to have at least 5 years of work experience in the respective industry. There's a strong or a close integration of theoretical components and practical project. Students will be doing field trips, case studies, practical projects, because we think it's important for them to have those skills. Also, there are internships included in our bachelor programs. Internships of 6 months are mandatory. When it comes to our master programs, they're optional. So students either take a gap semester or do their internship in the last semester parallel to their master thesis. To just give you an example of our practical orientation, our hospitality students, along with the event management students, they organize a gala dinner every semester. That means they take care of everything. They take care of the cooking, they take care of the invitations, they take care of the music, they take care of the whole gala dinners, so just to prepare them for the real world, to just show them how to solve real world practical problems. IUBH was not only awarded as the best private university out of 90 private universities we are having in Germany, we also have been awarded as the best university for career development. Currently, we have around 2,000 alumni in leading positions. And what's in my opinion, is an astonishing number is that 87% of our graduates find a job within 3 months after graduation. This is a really high number. And the thing is, we are taking care of the career aspect, of the career orientation from day one when they're starting here. Because we have a own career service department on campus. They take care of everything with regards to a student's career. They provide them with internship and job offers. They organize application trainings. That means they take a look at the student's CV, at their motivation letter. They help them with that. They are organizing CEO conferences. They maintain a network with more than 300 different corporate partners. And they are also organizing the career days on campus. The career days are IUBH job fair. The university will be shut down for 2 days. The students are asked to dress up, to bring their CV, to go there, to present themselves to future employers. So we make sure that the students are building up their professional, their corporate network while they're studying here. And this allows the students to find a job very quickly after graduation. IUBH is an international university. 100% English medium. That means everything will be taught in English. There's absolutely no German required to start at IUBH. Although we always recommend, if a student has time, to learn some German before they're coming here. And then we're offering them free German classes once they're here. Because if a student wants to stay in Germany, they have to have a good German level at the end of their studies. But everything will be taught in English here. English is the language on campus. Everyone speaks English here. We have around 1,600 students on campus with 96 different nationalities represented. And at the moment, the current ratio between German and international students is 50-50. That means the students will be studying in a very international environment. They are able to build up an international network while they are studying. What we are also offering is a modern library, modern equipped classrooms. On our campus in Bad Honnef, we also are offering different gastronomic facilities. That means we are having a restaurant here on campus. We have a cafeteria. We have a cafe. We have a bar. So there are many, many things for the students here. We are organizing a lot of guest conferences held by CEOs, by IUBH graduates and leading positions. So there are many things going on campus. Now I would like to introduce you to our programs we are offering here. I would like to start with our undergraduate bachelor programs. The usual duration is 6 to 7 semesters. As you can see, we are offering a huge variety of management programs, starting from tourism management, event management, aviation management, hospitality management. 2 programs, international tourism management as well as international hospitality management, are also offered as dual degree programs. That means students will be spending 1 year abroad. They are going to a partner university of ours, and they are getting a degree from our partner university as well. We are just recently introduced a brand new program, which isn't on my slide yet, as we just briefly introduced it. It's our program, our undergraduate program called Work and Study in the field of international hotel management. It's a 9-semester program. It will be taught in English and in German. So the first semesters we make sure that the students will be learning a lot of German, so they reach the C1 level of German. From the 5th semester on, everything will be taught in German, and they will switch to a dual system. It's a very popular system in Germany. Dual system, that means they are studying for like 2 weeks a month on campus. The other 2 weeks they will be working at one of our corporate partners. That means after the 5th semester they can shift to any of our campuses in Germany. We have a lot of campuses for our dual study programs. For example, they can go to Munich, they can go to Dortmund, they can go to Nuremberg to continue their studies there. It's a brand new program. When it comes to our master programs, the duration is between 2 to 4 semesters. If a student does not have a business background, they would need to do a preparatory semester for non-business graduates first. We are offering different programs starting from accounting and finance, hospitality, IT management, healthcare management. We have programs offered on campus or entirely online or as a smart entry option as well. I will explain to you our different study models later on. We are also offering MBA programs. These are either 2-semester or 3-semester programs. These are programs for students who already have at least 2 years of full-time work experience. If a student chooses our MBA program with 90 credit points, it's our 3-semester program, they have the chance to use one of the specializations mentioned here, such as healthcare management, hospitality, or aviation. We are offering 3 different study models. So we have programs which are offered entirely on campus. When it comes to our master programs, for example, our students can do them entirely on our Bad Honnef or on our Berlin campus. Some of the programs, such as the Program Master of Leadership, is offered entirely online. That means it's a very flexible option. It's an ideal solution for professionals or students who already have a family and do not want to leave their home country. They can do it entirely online, so they can fit it around their work and home lives. A third study module is our smart entry options. That means they can start studying online and then continue or finish their program on campus in Berlin. This is an overview of our smart entry option. As I've said, they can start online and then shift to our Berlin campus to finish the program there. The benefits of this program is it's very flexible. Students can start whenever they want. They can just register, go through the admission process, and then can directly start with the online semester. It's a highly ranked degree. It's exactly the same degree as our on-campus program. They will be getting a degree, and it's not mentioned that part of the program was online. They also have the same post-study work options, that regardless if they just spend 1 semester here, they can also stay for 1.5 years in order to look for a job. They can save up to 10,000 euros in living costs, as they spend most of the program in their home country studying it online. Now I would like to introduce you to our entry requirements. When it comes to bachelor programs, the bachelor programs are only offered on our Bad Honnef campus, not in Berlin, and the courses are always starting twice a year, every March and every September. So in general, The general rule which applies here, if a student studied for 12 years, has a secondary school certificate, and has grades above 50%, but below 75%, they would need to do our pathway program first. It's a 2-semester program. They will be having classes in German, English, economic, mathematics, academic writing. After finishing this program, they can continue with the bachelor program. This program is mandatory for students with, I would say, general grades between 50 to 75% in their school leaving certificate. If you have a top class student, I'm talking about students who have grades above 75%, and they are already having an IELTS of 6 or TOEFL of 80, they have the chance to do our IUBH entry test. If they pass the entry test, they can directly start with our bachelor without doing the IUBH pathway program. The entry test is an online test. We can do it via Skype. They can do the test in your agency, in your office. There's no need for them to come here to do the test. It's a 3-hour test, and we will be testing logic skills, mathematics skills, English skills, and general knowledge. So these are the entry requirements for our bachelor. In general, if a student presents you with a certificate below 50%, we cannot exact the students. 50% is the minimum grade we require. From time to time, I'm sure you have students who already studied maybe for 1 year in your country and then would like to come to Germany. If they have 50% in this study year and the university is acknowledged by the German Ministry of Education, we can directly accept them for our bachelor program. So when it comes to the entry requirements of the master program, you have to know our master programs are offered on both campuses. They start in Bad Honnef every March, every September. In Berlin, always 1 month later, in April, as well as in October. If a student has a bachelor with a business background and an IELTS of 6 or a TOEFL of 80, we will take a look at the duration of their undergraduate program. If a student studied for 6 semesters, 3 years, they are eligible for our 4-semester, 2-year master program. If a student already studied for 4 years, they have enough credit points to be eligible for our 2-semester, 1-year program. From time to time, students already have some work experience. We can also take this into consideration as well. That means, the longer the undergraduate program, the shorter the program, the master program they can do here. So we always take a look at the institution they got the degree from. We always have to check it in a certain database. If it's acknowledged by the German Ministry of Education, we of course are checking the grades. The minimum grades here are 50%, and we check the credit points. I think mainly you will be having students who do not have a business background from the bachelor program. A lot of students are applying here. They do have a BTech, they have an engineering background, a technical background. Not a problem. These students can also start with our master program, but they have to do a preparatory semester first. That means the program, the 4-semester program would now be a 5-semester program. The 2-semester master program would be a 3-semester program for them. If a student does not have a business background, the preparatory semester for non-business graduates is mandatory. Alternatively, they can also hand in a GMAT score, but most of the students, they go for the preparatory semester. But still the same rules apply here, like I already told you for our regular master programs. Next semester, so the preparatory semester was usually only offered in Berlin. From the next, in Bad Honnef, excuse me, from the next semester on, the autumn intake, it will also be offered in Berlin as well. When it comes to our MBA programs, the bachelor program, the student can present us with a bachelor program, any bachelor program. A business background is not required, as we do require 2 years of full-time work experience. So they need to have at least 24 months of full-time work experience, and we can unfortunately not acknowledge any internships or any traineeships. Here the same rule applies. If they studied for 3 years in the bachelor program and have 2 years of work experience, they are eligible for the longer, the 3-semester MBA program. If they already studied for 7 semesters or 8 semesters and have work experience, they can also do our shorter MBA program. But to be honest, most of the students are choosing the 3-semester MBA program because in this program they can choose a specialization. So the 2nd semester they will entirely dedicate it to the specialization like aviation, finance and accounting, IT, so on. Again, this program is offered in Bad Honnef as well as in Berlin. I would also like to point out our pre-master program, which is offered in Bad Honnef and in Bad Honnef every May and November. It's a program for students, or if you have a student who applied a bit late to make it to, on time during our March or September intake, you can offer them the pre-master program. It's a 10-week preparatory program. They will be introduced, or they will be doing field trips, a German course. They get introduced to the German job market. It's a program to keep the students for this intake and not lose them, or if a student does not want to wait for the next intake, they can already come in May or November. Now I would like to show you our 10-step application procedure. So last year we changed our application procedure. We usually accepted all applications via email. We don't do that anymore because we have an online application tool now. That means I think I already provided you with the link. There's a link and I provided you with an agent code. After entering all the student data, in the end you are asked to enter the agent code. With this code we will see that the application comes from your agency, and students coming from your agency do not have to pay the €50 application fee we are asking from direct applicants. What's always important is in the first step, when you are asked to enter the student's data, please just enter the student's data, enter the student's email address. If you enter your email address, the agent email address, we will be getting technical difficulties in our program. You will ask on the last page to enter your agent email address as well as the code. After we have checked the application, which usually takes us 2 days, we will give you a feedback if a student is eligible. In the best case scenario, a student is eligible, we received all relevant documents. We would then contact you in order to schedule an admission interview. The admission interview, we can call the student on a landline, we can call the student on Skype, whatever is most suitable for the student. In this 10 to 15 minute Skype interview, we just want to get to know the students better. We want to ask them about the motivation, their educational background, the reason why they choose IUBH. We want to check their English communication skills. After this interview, if the interview went well, we would immediately provide you with an acceptance letter of our university. This letter, we will also provide you with a fee acknowledgement stating all the fees and giving you a fee overview. Then the student is asked to sign those documents. You send them back to us, and then they are asked to pay a 3,000 euro deposit to reserve the study place. After we have received the signed letter of acceptance as well as the deposit, we will continue with the next step, the visa preparation session. In this 10 to 15 minute session, we will prepare the students for their interview at the embassy. We ask them questions they might get asked at the embassy. We will provide them with additional information. So we want to make sure that they are well prepared for the interview at the embassy. After this interview, you will immediately receive our offer letter as well as the tuition contract documents. The student once again is asked to sign the documents, return them to you, and you will forward them to us. After that, IUBH will countersign the document, send them back to you. With every step, we will provide you with a detailed procedure when you need to do certain things, when you need to apply for a blocked account, when you need to go to the embassy. When it comes to the blocked account, students usually open a blocked account with Deutsche Bank, but recently we partnered up with an online bank. It's called Fintiba. This allows the students to do everything online and get their blocked account within 2 weeks. I always recommend it to do this because experience have shown that Deutsche Bank it tends to sometimes it can at least they take at least a couple of weeks to months until everything's finished. So especially when a student is in a hurry, I will always recommend you to do it with Fintiba. Then we will wait for the student to receive the visa. After getting the visa, the student is asked to pay the remaining fees. The deposit the student initially deposited will be, of course, deducted from the first year tuition fee. Furthermore, the student can choose in the contract whether they want to pay per semester or per study year. This is an overview. I will directly show you the fees from autumn 2017 on, but don't worry, you can also find them on our website, and I can also provide you with the price overview. I will either way provide you with this presentation, so there is no need for you to note everything down. The fees mentioned here are the pure tuition fees. What always on top is the one-time enrollment fee. The transportation ticket is also mandatory. In Bad Honnef, due to the fact that we have different gastronomic facilities, the student also are asked to take our campus card. This is a card where we put a certain amount of cash. This allows the student to pay cashless with this card in all of our gastronomic facilities, as well as in our library, for example, if they want to pay cashless for copies. We are also offering health insurance. Students are always free to come on campus and sign up for public health insurance, but it's mandatory. If you want to get enrolled in a German university, it's mandatory to have a German health insurance. We cannot accept health insurance from a student's home country. That's why we always recommend come here, sign up for public health insurance, or book our IUBH support package for 75 euros a month. The support package includes the health insurance, liability insurance, and the transfer from the airport to the campus with a taxi or a train. Of course, we always recommend to take the support package because this university takes over all the administrative processes. That means if a student is getting an invoice from a doctor or has a problem with the health insurance company, our student's office will take care of everything. These are some pictures of our Bad Honnef campus. As I've initially informed you, there is a park in the middle. You can see the on-campus accommodation. These are our on-campus gastronomic facilities. We have the Dahlmeyer's Cafe, where the students go there, grab a coffee, grab a breakfast, meet up. This is the cafeteria where the students can choose from 6 different dishes a day. We are offering dishes with meat, fish, vegetarian dishes. We have a salad bar, a pasta bar. Here you are seeing our on-campus accommodation. The monthly fee depends on with how many students are sharing a flat. If 3 students are sharing a flat, the monthly fee amounts to 390 euros per student. If the students are choosing a single flat, the fee is 455. Included in this rent or in this fee is the rent, electricity, the heating and internet. The accommodation is furnished and fully equipped, and they have a fully equipped kitchen. If a student chooses a shared apartment, they will always share a bathroom as well as the kitchen, but they always have their private bedroom. As I've mentioned, our Berlin campus is directly in the center of Berlin. The most famous sites, such as the Fernsehturm, the TV tower, is just a hop away. On this campus, we do not offer on-campus accommodation, but we have a cooperation with different student dorms, which are either 15 minutes or 45 minutes away. As you can see, they are very modern and there's a different price range. I always recommend that the student calculates around 400 euros at least for an apartment in Germany. Just to give you an overview of our corporate network, I already mentioned it, my colleagues from the Career Service Department maintain a network with 300 different companies. In terms of sponsorships, they provide us with internships, job offers. They send people here to give or CEOs. They participate in our CEO conferences, guest lectures. So there's a very big corporate network which we are maintaining here at IUBH. Students can also study abroad as part of their study program. It's an integral part of our bachelor programs. It's not an integral part of our master programs. When it comes to master students studying abroad, it's bound to certain grades and certain credit points. It's, so to say, a high achiever program. So if a student wants to study abroad, I always recommend them come here on campus, then you can discuss it with my colleagues from our international office. As you can see, we have different partner universities and all over the world, in the US, in Turkey, in South America, in Australia, so basically all over the world. So basically that was it from my side, and I know I threw a lot of information at you, so please feel free to ask anything you would like to ask now. Besides that, even after this presentation, I'm always in close contact with Avani, so if you have more questions, please feel free to always contact our university. So thank you very much for listening.